IoT Time.
Hello folks, I am Ken Briota, Editorial Director for IoTEvolutionWorld.com, and you are here on IoT Time, where I talk about the news of the day in the IoT, what's going on, what I think is hot, and what I've been looking into and writing about. This is a special edition where we're going to talk about some of the news that came out of last week's IoT Evolution Expo in Las Vegas at Caesars Palace. It was a huge time. We were busy all week long covering topics important to the industry and breaking news. So here's some of the stuff that happened. First of all, we had a huge security summit on the opening day, talking all about some of the issues in establishing security, building protections for devices and connections all the way through the chain, back from the edge to the cloud and everything in between, making sure that that folks are safe. One key insight that came out of that is that security is an economic problem, said one of our speakers early in the day. It's a problem of risk and liability. What is the actual liability that we're worried about? Is it the data? Is it something larger? Is it systemic? And what is the risk versus reward? Really good questions. There's a full coverage on the summit on IoTEvolutionWorld.com. Some of the great contests we had running. The IoT Evolution Battle of the Platforms happened again this year, where we look at some of the top platforms in the industry, what they're good at. They each presented their platform to us and our panel of carrier judges from AT&T, Verizon, Telefonica, US Cellular, all the biggies. And I know I left someone out there, but I apologize. And they came out with this following list. The best overall platform winner was Numerex. Great presentation. Those guys are hard to beat. They do good work. Best enterprise support solution came in with PubNub. Really exciting. We had best gateway strategy from Systech Corporation, and the best implementation support came from Core, K-O-R-E. Looking to all four of those guys, really exciting work. We had the AT&T Fast Pitch competition, where they invite a group of, in this case, 10 hungry startups and other connectivity solutions to come out, pitch to the AT&T executives for a $10,000 prize. And we had a big winner. It was Bill Powers, the CEO of Pix Controller. They're a company that is working with reducing methane emissions, making sure there's less loss in the energy sector. It's a really exciting solution. Really deserved the win. Very cool thing. There's still another chance, though. They are taking votes for the People's Choice winner, whichever pitch that our attendees like best, and you folks at home too. So please, we ask you to go online, visit my stories on IoTEvolutionWorld.com to find the link and vote for the People's Choice Award winner. Another session I wanted to highlight was the Analyze This keynote session with a group of top-end industry analysts. They talk about a lot, obviously, in the session. It was almost an hour long, and they varied across the entire industry. But the real theme, the real takeaway was that the IoT is not and cannot be about devices. It's about the value that comes out of those devices and the strategies that can be implemented to take advantage of that value. And we can't get too focused on those devices. The problem I see, as I move now into the MyIoT segment, is that we can't do it. There is no way to take advantage of the data. Not really, not yet. We're getting a lot of data coming in. We're trying to protect it with security. We're trying to use smart analytics to get actionable intelligence out of it, and we're all doing it in our own little silos, our own little ways. And the problem is that is never going to grow the broader IoT. We need a standards body. We need an AMA or an NEA or an IEEE. We need something like that for the IoT. We saw an interesting announcement today that a group of automotive industrial associations have joined together to create a new advisory board to get security in the automotive telematics industry, which is great. Of course, there's the Internet Transportation Association and the ITSA. They're doing a lot of work in, again, the transportation sector. There's several little vertical organizations which are all trying to get some standards in their venue. That is not good enough, though. I applaud their work. It's important, but it's not good enough. We need something broad. We need something global. We need to establish how this industry handles communications from platform to platform to platform. Because as I've said over and over again, the consumers are the secret to mass adoption of the IoT. Yes, it is most functional right now in industrial sectors, in the smart grid, in all of the areas that are going on behind the scenes. Yes. But that does not make it a global phenomenon. It does not grow us anywhere near the predictions that we keep hearing coming out of these analysis houses. What gets us there is consumer adoption, and the consumers will never adopt if smart device B does not talk to smart device A. That just makes them both dumb, and consumers don't want to deal with that. We got to stop making dumb devices if we want to get smart data, and the only way to do that is to create a smart body that will establish connectivity standards. And beyond that, security standards for devices and connections. It needs to be standardized. And I'm making a call for it now. And there's also solutions out there in the works, so you want to watch out for those because I'll be breaking those stories as soon as I can. Folks, that's all I got for today. Please hit me on Twitter. I am at Ken Briota, or you can hit me at IoT Evolution. You can find all of my editorial at IoTEvolutionWorld.com, including all the news that I referenced about last week's IoT Evolution Expo. We're preparing for the next edition, which will be in Fort Lauderdale in January, so that's going to be really exciting. Keep your eye out for that. In the meantime, I'll be covering all the things in the IoT. If you've got news for me, send it to me now on Twitter at Ken Briota. Thanks, folks. That's all I've got for today. Catch you later.